Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and today is our bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Friday, September 20th, 2019. Lots of good stuff to share with you today. Lots of product shifts. In other words, new products being discontinued, lots of things happening. First of all, we'll start with, let's start with the price increase. The Kumo, the Fujimeta Kumo, price has been increased to $79.99. The sale price in the past had been $64.99 for the longest time, but they've bumped that up to $79.99. And the Fujimeta Kumo will be called the JP Medic Kumo once the existing stock has been sold. I think there's some kind of issue with the word Fuji that they are addressing by changing the name to JP Medic. Also, the Inada Flex 3S has been discontinued, and a lot of the current Inada chairs will be discontinued as the stock is depleted. Now, there's going to be a new distributor for Inada in the USA. I'm not at liberty to say yet who that distributor is. I do know who it is, but they've asked me not to mention anything just yet. But Inada will still be here in the United States, but with a different distributor. But for now, the Flex 3S has been discontinued. I don't know if the Nest will be discontinued or if the new distributor is going to be carrying those chairs. But of course, I'll let you know everything as I learn it. Now we've added some new chairs. We've added the Ogawa Master Drive AI. Now the Ogawa Master Drive AI is an L-track, and it's a fancy looking, it's a beautiful looking chair. It's a fancy chair in that it's got, it kind of reminds me of the old Kozia Chi, which was their top of the line model, but that one did not have an L-track. This one does have an L-track, and I'm just going to see if I've got here's the master or the spec sheet of it. It's got 4D, what they call vario motion mechanism, which is an adjustment that you can use on the armrest, like one of the quick keys to change the depth of the rollers. It is Alexa and Google Voice compatible. It has a brushless motor, and I don't exactly understand how that compares to current motors or other motors. It has an app. It works off of I believe it works off a Samsung tablet as the remote control using their app. This one also has memory settings, so it's not very often you get to see a chair that has memory settings, which means that you can create your own program on the site, your own custom program, and then you can memorize it. So the next time you sit in the chair, you just have to push your memory or the memorized user program, and it'll bring it back up again. It's a good feature. Not a lot of chairs have it. I could probably name on two hands the number of chairs that actually have the memory function. Has chromotherapy, Bluetooth. It's got heated knee therapy. It's got heated rollers and back heat. So it's a nice chair. It's a beautiful looking chair. I kind of like this. Of course, the stock photos that they give us, which are the photos that we post on the website, those sometimes look very different. I mean, I remember when the Dreamwave M8 pictures came out, it kind of looked almost like they were shining, but in real life they were very much a matte colored synthetic leather. And these ones are also synthetic to some degree, or to every degree. I just don't know the exact material, but it is a nice looking, the stock photos are very nice looking. Now they're coming out with a blue and a sand color, the blue exterior, sand interior. It's a nice looking chair. It's a dark blue. Very rich looking, and that chair will be available, I believe, on the 23rd, so next week. And then a few weeks later, they'll have a burgundy and black and a graphite espresso color. So there'll be a couple of other colors available. The price is listed at $99.99. Speaking of $99.99, the new Human Touch Super Novo has been added to our website. Now, as you may or may not know, and I wrote a little bit about this on my blog in the past and just this week, that chair is the upgrade from the Novo XT2, which we do have in our showrooms, and which I think is a magnificent chair. And they did drop the price of that one down to $74.99. The price of the Super Novo is $99.99. And that has also Alexa-enabled voice control to make your chair, the chair function respond to the Alexa voice commands. And that chair, a nice looking chair, it also has some quick keys on it, has the option between putting the remote on a dock or a pedestal with a magnet on it to attach the remote to. And it's got some meditation programs, a yoga studio program. They've upgraded it. Still has the Altec Lansing speakers, which was the big upgrade on the XT2. So you get a chair with a greater feature set, and also, but still maintaining all the great things like the Altec Lansing speakers, the easy-to-use tile remote that the XT2 had. So, and then the third chair is the Infinity Aura, A-U-R-A, and that chair is kind of a lower. It's a lower priced chair, and Infinity makes very good chairs, and they have wonderful customer support. So the price tag on this one is $39.99 on our website. It's an L-track. It's got foot rollers. It's got everything else you'd probably need. It's not a 3D L-track. It's for brand name chairs, better made chairs in that price range. You usually don't see 3D for the L-track, but it is a very nice chair. We have it in our Utah showroom. We just got it last week. I don't have a lot of experience on it, but it feels like a very solid, well-built, nice chair. And that one's $39.99. And to read more about the features of these chairs, you can go on my blog. I wrote an article highlighting the primary features of each of these models on Tuesday of this week. So you can go read about it there. My blog is also called an article library. Okay, so on Wednesday of this week, you may have seen this already on my YouTube channel, but I flew out to Denver that morning and spent the day with Furniture for Life in Boulder, Colorado. And Furniture for Life is the parent company of the new Dreamwave line, the Panasonic, US Panasonic line, the Positive Posture line, and they've now added two more lines. The Decor line, which is a new proprietary line created by Furniture for Life. D stands for deep. The massage has a really deep roller mechanism, and it has a very interesting roller mechanism where the roller mechanism actually goes forward. It goes forward, and then the rollers at the end of the arm have some flexibility forward and back as well. So it's kind of like a double. It can move the whole massage roller mech, they call it, roller mechanism arm can go forward, and then the two rollers, and they call them flowered rollers, very similar to the Inada Nest, where it kind of has. I think of it as a pumpkin. It looks like kind of a pumpkin, like those small pumpkins with the ribbed exterior, and then those rollers from the massage arm can move back and forth within forward and back from the massage arm. So it's kind of got this dual 3D action going on. And I think they call it 4D. But anyways, the Decor is a new line, and it has wood exterior. It's a beautiful chair. And if you want to go look at it, again, look at my YouTube channel. We have the people over there at Furniture for Life describing how the primary features of the chair and you can also see how it looks there. But they've got two models. The flagship model will be the Cirrus, and we will have that one in our Arizona showroom and hopefully our California showroom once the chairs are available. And those chairs, that line of chairs will be available towards the end of this fourth quarter or the beginning of next year. Also, they have become the U.S. distributor for BodyFriend. BodyFriend is a Korean company. They're actually the world's largest massage chair retailer, and most of their sales are in Korea and in Asia. But they had come to America with very ambitious plans to grow 100 to 200 stores. That never really kind of materialized. So now they've decided to go through a distributorship program and and they've chosen Furniture for Life to be the U.S. distributor for BodyFriend. And they've got four models. And I hope I can remember these now. They've got the Phantom 2, they've got the Pharaoh S2, they've got the Palace, and they've got the Rex L. And they're nice looking chairs. They're very aesthetically appealing, and they're made in a very, very good factory. At least 3 of the 4 are, I believe. The other one I'm not sure the factory it's made in, but the 3 of the 4 chairs I know are made in a very, very good factory, where a lot of other chairs are made that are high quality, what we would consider maybe more of a luxurious style of chair, and they're very good looking. and they function well. And I'll get them on the website. We just got the Ogawa Master Drive AI and the Supernova and the Aura up this last week, and so now we'll get busy on getting the body friend up. I don't know if the Decor chairs are going to be up yet because they're not really available until the end of the year. And then also, Dreamwave has the new R6 coming out. And the R6 is another L-track. It doesn't have the same head pillow that the M8 has with the airbags pushing down and its independent neck roller in the headpiece. It does not have the swinging open doors. It does not have aromatherapy and air ionizer and all that stuff. But what it does have is a very deep, intense roller massage, and it's actually quite strong. It does a fantastic job on the base of the neck, top of the, or not right over the top shoulders, but the base of the neck and just behind what we in chiropractic called the cervical thoracic junction, the junction between the neck and the mid back and the ribs. But that chair, I was impressed with how strong it was. It's also a 3D/4D chair. Has foot rollers. I believe it has calf rollers and calf kneading airbags as well, just like the M8, but it's a whole different feel from the M8. It's a nice looking chair. It also has a faux wood paneling on the side. It's not real wood like the Decor has. It's a faux wood, so it's kind of fake wood, but it's a nice looking chair, but a whole different feel from the M8. So, but anyways, cool to see that they're coming out with a new model called the R6. And finally, and again, you'll see all this on the video if you go watch my video. I just posted it yesterday, or yeah, last night. They are Positive Posture is coming out with two new models. It's, two iterations of the Brio. The Brio we carry in in both of our showrooms, but now they're coming out with a Brio Plus, which will have a little bit deeper massage, and then the Brio Sport, which has the deeper massage. It also has, and they'll explain on the video. I can't remember it all. There were so many models, so many things. It was a little overwhelming for this old geezer, but it'll have a nicer looking upholstery, and as will the Brio Plus. So anyways, those are all the new models coming out of Furniture for Life. It was a very, very productive visit. I'm glad I went. I also did an interview with Cliff Levin. He's the president of Furniture for Life, or FFL, and you can watch my interview with him as well. I posted that 2 days ago, but there's lots of good information there. So, and you know that from them you're going to get good quality products. You're going to get great customer support, which is something a lot of people don't think about when they buy a chair, but it's something that I harp on. Because since I offer I offer a lifetime labor warranty, it's important to me that the chairs I sell have good customer support and a good diagnostic protocol to figure out what's wrong with their chairs if someone calls in and has an issue and needs new parts and a tech. That helps me quite a bit with my lifetime labor warranty. Okay, anyways. That's all a mouthful. So we're looking forward to see a lot of things. We're looking for the Supernova we've been talking about since I think like January or February or March, but now we're finally getting on the website. It was just introduced in August. We'll probably get that in our showrooms as well. I just don't. There's so many models and there's such a premium for space that we have to be very selective of what models we bring in. Do we bring in the Supernova now and replace the XT2? I don't know. But anyways, but then we also have the Aura, and now we've got the new Body Friend models, 4 of those. We've got 2 new Decor models. We've got the 2 up and coming Brio models and the new Dreamwave R6. So if that ain't enough, I don't know what is, but it'll keep us and our web people hopping. Okay, now I wrote an article last week about warranty registration, and I'll just kind of in summary tell you, when you get a new massage chair, typically your receipt is your proof of warranty. Some companies like Infinity and I think Dreamwave or Furniture for Life, they will send out a warranty registration card with the chair, and you should fill that out. And if you don't, they will still honor your warranty, but you should fill that out. But bottom line is you will be covered. You may not get anything in the mail that says I have a 3-year parts and labor warranty or a 1-year parts and labor warranty, but you will have it, and your receipt from us or any retailer for that matter, as long as it's an authorized dealer, will give you that warranty coverage. Will validate or speak to your warranty coverage. But you can read about that on my blog as well. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple things that have become issues more so. I've talked about one of them before, and that is these, if you go online and you type in, go to Google and you type in best massage chairs, or the top 10 massage chairs. You're going to get all kinds of listings, all kinds of articles written about the best massage chairs. And I've been to these web pages and I've read the chairs that they list as their top 10 or top 8 or top 7 or top 5, and most of them are just no-name brand chairs that they sell on Amazon. The top 10 list, do not get suckered into believing that just because it appears on the internet that it's true. Where have I heard that before? As a matter of fact, a good friend of mine sent me a quote or a meme that said, it was a quote that said, if it's on the internet, it must be true. And it was attributed to Abraham Lincoln. And so that pretty much sums up how true the stuff on the internet really is. Or it doesn't mean everything's not true, don't get me wrong, no, but when it comes to these reports, it is pretty much people trying to promote chairs that they get good commissions on through Amazon. Now, Amazon is a beast of a business, and a good business. And you can buy anything and everything there. But they're not massage chairs, but they have people that can become affiliates for Amazon, which kind of means they become online sales reps for Amazon, and they will go and find products on Amazon that they want to sell, maybe ones that they make the best commission on, or whatever, and then they start writing articles about these products and making top 10 lists or top 5 lists, and they list those products that they are trying to get a commission off of on Amazon in this report. And this is notorious with massage chairs. So you'll get a list of 5 or 10 chairs that are cheap Chinese chairs, and they cost maybe $800 or $1,200 if you buy them online, and they're calling these the top 10 chairs. Nothing is further from the truth. There are good quality chairs and there are not good quality chairs. There are companies that have good customer support. There are companies that do not have good customer support. There are companies that have good warranties. There are companies that don't have any warranties. So these top 10 lists, please take them with a grain of salt. If you see a top 10 list and every one of those chairs you can buy on Amazon, and they're all not name brand chairs, or what we call no name brand chairs, buyer beware. Just be careful. Don't get suckered in. I get calls all the time saying, now, what do you know about the ABC chair? I go, I've never even heard of that chair. And I consider myself somewhat of an expert. I've been in the business for 15 years. I do these reviews. I do these interviews. I know most of the main players in the industry, brand name players, and then they'll throw out a name of a chair that I've never even heard of. And I'll say, well, I have never heard of that chair. Well, why do you ask? Well, because in this report, I read online that this is one of the top chairs, one of the top massage chairs. So I'll go online, I'll type it in, sure enough, there it is on Google, some no name, or not Google, but or in Amazon or some other site. It's got, usually it's Amazon, and it doesn't have, it's a chair that's like I've never even heard of it, and it's just a cheap Chinese chair. That's what it is. And there's low cost Chinese chairs. There's expensive luxury chairs made in China. There's a wide array of massage chairs that can be purchased on Amazon, but some of these chairs, never heard of them. And some of them I have heard only because I have so many people asking me about them. So what I would do if I were you is, if you see these reports, do a search for that chair outside of Amazon. See who's selling it outside of Amazon and start trying to get some other reviews about it. Most of the people that leave reviews on these purchase sites, whether it's Amazon or Costco or whatever, they will write the review of the buying experience. But not a lot of them have had the chair for longer than maybe 1 or 2 months, so they really don't know what the customer support's going to be like, or if the chair breaks down, or if the company honors the return policy, or if there is a return policy. And there's companies you can't even get a phone number to reach out to them on Amazon. So if you got a problem with your chair, who do you call? What do you do? There's no intermediary. There's no intermediate retailer that can help you. So do your homework. Make sure you understand what their return policy is, understand what their warranty is, see if you can find them outside of Amazon on another website, maybe has some other reviews, some more objective reviews from customers that are buying from there, or whatever. But I would just be beware of these top 5, top 7, top 10, top whatever. I can make a list of top 10. Well, maybe someone else would disagree with it because they think, well, Widener's up in the night because those are chairs that he sells. And that's probably true. So just beware of those. Just do your homework, find out as much information as you can. Call people, you call us or call other retailers, try to get an idea of what is really going on. You can call the massage chair companies themselves and find out, maybe get questions answered that may have come up during your search. There's lots of resources to get some information, but sometimes those reports, and I'm not saying they're all bad, I'm just saying they're not all right. They're not all, some of them are just bogus. It's just people trying to pitch chairs, and so they'll throw up top 10, and then they've got links to Amazon, and if they click on the link, these affiliates, and they buy the chair, the affiliate gets paid. And that is how they make their money. And of course, I make my money also by getting people to come on my website and clicking and buying. But we try to give you more information than just here's how you buy. I'm trying to give you information on how to buy right and find the right chair and make you bring things to your mind that you got to think about when you're buying a chair. What's the warranty? What's the customer support like? What's the return policy? What's the customer support reputation of that company that sells or that made that chair? Anyways, I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry I'm rambling on, but it's kind of a weird thing. I get these calls all the time. And I'm not the only guy that gets them. Trust me, all retailers get these calls, no doubt. And it's just like, oh, brother, the top 10 chair with Fred's chair. Well, how do we know who's Fred? And how do we know Fred's chair is any good? Well, because this report says it's one of the top 10. As a matter of fact, it's number one. Whoa, number one. That's fantastic. Well, okay, great. And then you read them, and it's just a review of their features. Yeah, it has L-track, it has 3D, it's got foot rollers, it's got calf rollers, it's got, and it's only $1,200. Best chair. It's a number one. Well, I don't know. Pardon my skepticism and my jadedness, but I ain't buying it. And then that also speaks to a second topic that is kind of related to this one, but a little bit different. You're noticing a bigger dichotomy in pricing between chairs. You're finding higher priced chairs that range maybe from $6,000 to $10,000, and you're finding chairs that are $600 to $2,000, and you wonder what's the big difference between these chairs. What is the main difference between these chairs, and why would I spend $9,000 on a Dreamwave or a Luraco or an Infinity Overture? Why would I spend that money when I can go online and get a cheaper chair for $1,200? That's a great question, and there's answers and reasons for that. Number one is there's better factories that some chairs are made in. Most of these luxury chairs are made in very good factories with very good quality control. It could be cheaper components versus better quality components. It could be the cost of some of the I was going to say like the body, the material they use. Like it could be a real cheap upholstery or cheap plastic upholstery versus a nice faux leather or leather upholstery. It could be the quality of the engineering of the chair and the design. Like you sit in a chair like a Luraco, and that chair is like quiet. You can tell that there's been some engineering going into that chair that make it just delightfully quiet. You can sit in a chair like the Dreamwave or like an Infinity chair that has excellent choreography where the chair does things that allows you to sit in the chair and be comfortable in it. Then you can sit in another chair like maybe some of these cheaper chairs, they just beat the living tar out of you. There's no nuance, there's no choreography, it's just bang, 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 need, and it doesn't really cater to everybody that sits in it. Anyway, so there are these differences. Now, having said that, the differences, it's not about the differences so much as it is about what you are willing to pay for a chair. You could get a luxury chair that'll last you can spend $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, and that chair could give you maybe 10 to 15 years of life and a very low failure rate, maybe a 1% failure rate, 1 to 2% failure rate, or less than 1%. Like the Positive Posture Brio has a near zero failure rate. That's pretty remarkable. Well, or you can get a Chinese chair that's made in a smaller factory with cheaper components and pay $1,200, and it might give you 5 to 10 years of life, and it may never give you a problem ever. And you'll say, well, I only spent $1,200 on it, and it lasted 5 to 10 years. I'm happy. I'll just buy another one. You see? And there's logic to that too. So I'm not saying one is bad or one is good or one is better or one is worse. They're just different. It's like mattresses. Like what used to be the mattresses in the industry? Used to be Sealy and Air, Spring Air and Serta and all these different. And then what's the one with the real fancy, the Tempur-Pedic, the expensive one. And they've got these expensive chairs or expensive mattresses. Now they're coming out with like Purple and Casper and and Lisa and all these other name brands, and that give you basically a memory foam mattress. And you know what? The memory foam is fine. The memory foam, I bought a memory foam one from Amazon. I paid, I think, $400, $500. It's lasted me 3 years. It's been good, but now I've got divots. And the mattress is wearing out. I'm waking up with some back pain. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy a better quality chair, a better quality bed. Or I could buy another one for $500 to $1,000, and be, maybe last me for another 3-4 years, and I still will spend probably less than I did on a nice bed right from the get-go. But the good bed right from the get-go is not going to give me the back pain after 3 years, or it's not going to have the divots in it. So it's kind of the mattress for industry is going through the same thing. There's cheaper beds now, the mattresses, and there's more expensive luxury mattresses. And it doesn't say that the cheaper ones are bad. It just means that the quality build is not as great as these more expensive mattresses. And they have different components, maybe a different quality component made in different factories, maybe better quality control. And these other ones, these foam ones, maybe you can they're kind of disposable. They can mail them to you in a vacuum packed thing and put in a box, and you can ship them out by the thousands, and it's not much to return them. Well, no, it is a pain in the butt. You can't get the thing vacuum packed the way it was when you got it. But anyways, it's just a difference in philosophy. And so people will ask me, well, why don't you sell these? Like I had one supplier of a new line of massage chairs that's on Amazon, and he wanted me to carry their chairs. And I said, well, what is your, what are the prices? Well, they're like $600 up to $1,200. I think the most expensive one was $2,500, but most of them were $600, $700, up to $1,200, $1,300. And I'm thinking, well, if I said, what's your return policy? Well, we don't really have a return policy. Okay, so if I have a return policy, I got to take it back. What's the return shipping going to cost me? Because I offer free returns, completely free returns. It's going to cost me probably $300 to $500. Well, that is if the profit margin on a chair like that is $100 or $200, I'm way over my head on that. I have a lifetime labor warranty, and if I've got a chair that has a lifetime labor warranty and it breaks down 4 or 5 times, or 2 or 3 or 4 times over the course of 5 to 10 years, that's going to cost me, because one visit from the tech is going to be about $150, $120 to $150. And if the chair's got problems and it's recurrent problems, and I have trouble getting parts because they don't have a return policy from the distributor, you can see that the lower priced chairs, that's not something that I necessarily want to carry, because it's going to be very expensive to maintain our policies on those chairs. I'd rather sell good chairs that are going to last you a long time, that are going to have a lower failure rate, that are going to be good support for you and for whatever you need a chair for years to come. And so anyways, I've touched on a number of topics here, but I kind of wanted to broach this topic, because there are these cheap chairs. I saw a chair, I think they're based right out of here in Utah. I think it's a $1,200 chair. And if you don't like it, you just bring it back. It could be, you could have it for a few years and you don't like it, bring it back. Well, what's their cost on that chair? Maybe $200, $300, $400, maybe, because they sell direct to consumer. So there's no intermediate retailer that takes a part of the cut. So they're going to sell, they probably maybe sell $200, $300, $200 and maybe pay for that. I don't know what the shipping is. I can't remember if you got to pay for shipping or whatever. But the chair's next to nothing. So if you lose that $1,000, it's not going to hurt as much if you lose $9,000. And so they'll just trash them. They'll just take them back, and they don't have a tech team. They just have it's just a little room and where they assemble these chairs. It's not like they have this huge tech department in a warehouse, sorry, not a warehouse, but like a department that's devoted to tech and taking these chairs apart and understanding why they're not working. It's not like that. They're disposable, kind of like the mattresses. They're disposable. So if you don't like it, you send it back. But what's it going to cost you to send it back? $300, $400, $500? I don't know. So you're going to end up spending anyway. So anyways, it's a whole, they're two different paradigms. They're not the same. Like a cheap chair and a luxury chair are not the same. And anyways, I've just beat this thing to death here, and I'm sorry for talking so much, but I kind of wanted you to understand that there's more to buying a massage chair nowadays than there was 10, 15 years ago. It's getting more complicated. It's getting more congested in the market. There's more options. There's more philosophies of sales and quality. There's more dealers. There's more retail. It's just getting busy. And I've called the massage chair industry the Wild West. It's like the Wild West. Things are just popping up left and right. All kinds of stuff happening. And so, but anyways, call me if you have any questions. I'm always available to talk to you, you know, on the phone or email or whatever. I'm always around, and please feel free to ask. Yeah, I think that's about it for this week. I hope I didn't get off too far on those last two topics. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on the YouTube channel, and of course, help us spread the word about massage chairs and spread the word about how to make sure you buy the right chair for you and don't get scammed and don't get ripped off, and you know, all the buyer beware things, and you know, spread these videos with your friends and family on your social media platforms. Anyways, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.